Hi, viewers. This week I want to talk about when and where to get some of your cheap plants. So, this is a weeping mulberry that I found at Walmart, of all places, Walmart, and it was only $41.99, $47 with taxes. Um, yeah, I saved quite a bit on this, and in fact, the regular price is actually cheaper than what I spent on the two that I have up at the greenhouse at a nursery at Ed Chardulo's, which is still a good price because originally they were like 110. So I also got another Honeycrisp apple that was also on sale for about 40 bucks. So I got that too. And then over here we have some blackberries. And let me just get you a little closer. All right. So again, I've been going around to all the garden centers, which is what you should be doing right about now. This is Canada Day long weekend, and a lot of the box stores are closing up their garden centers or trying to sell a lot of their plants and get ready for the new stuff for next year. So they just try to get rid of them. So I did get a lot of these for, other than the two blackberries right here, which look at the size of these blackberries. They're just, that's why I bought them, because they're so big, and I'm like, wow, if they can produce like that. I love blackberries. So these were $20 a piece, and the rest were 10 and under. So I think it was just the currant that was like $7.99. So I do have I got a red currant. I believe that's a black currant. I also have right here, this is a boysenberry. So I don't have boysenberry, which is a lot like a raspberry, kind of grows similar, doesn't have as many spikes on it. But yeah, that's what I did. I just find different fruit that I can propagate and or make more of, and that's what we're going to do. So then we got another one here where we have a red currant. So we got a red, another red, and another black. And then over here we have I just grabbed a gooseberry because it was fairly cheap. So again, I got most of these at Canadian Tire. I didn't find anything at Home Depot, even though you might get lucky. But yeah, so let's just talk about a few other places that you could find cheaper plants. Okay, so another place you might want to check out, and my go-to place is Marketplace on Facebook. So I don't know, I find lots of people that are propagating their own plants and sell them at a big discount. In fact, I'm going to be looking into getting some pawpaws from a person in Pelham, which is Niagara Falls, roughly Niagara Falls, St. Catharines. And they only want, I believe they said $20 a piece. No, excuse me, it was 2 for $50, and they're 2 feet tall, and they're about 2 years old. So mine are struggling a little bit. I'm trying to be patient and just hope they sprout. I have a little hard time with the ones from last year. And another place you might want to check is Kijiji. Kijiji has lots of people selling plants and propagating from seed and or from grafts or whatever. So I just keep looking and looking and looking until I find people that are growing stuff that I can just conveniently stop by and try to buy out the place, you know what I mean? So that's what you want to do. Shop around. Again, Canadian Tire. There's nothing wrong with a Canadian Tire plant or a tree. There's nothing wrong with it. This is a fairly decent apple. It's looking really good. It's been stuck in my car overnight and through the day, so that was a little bit of issue. I've been shaking off some of the berries of this one so it wouldn't get all over my car, so I just put a bag over top of it. And again, it's quite heavy actually. And then this one's a graft, so this is definitely a graft. I can see the graft at the bottom. I'm not sure about the apple, but it does have this sock on it, and if you see the socks on these things, what I recommend you do is get them in the ground. Either take them out of the sock right away and put them in a different pot, or plant them. Or if you're going to put them somewhere where you can water them really frequently, because they're in that little sock, if they get dry and you go to water them, the water just runs right out of the pot. It just goes down the edges and straight out the pot, which is what I was having trouble with last year. So when I see that, I definitely pull those off. I don't leave them on when I plant them, and I don't recommend that you do either. Some people say you can do it, but you're just making the plant struggle to fight its rooting system to get out of that supposedly biodegradable little sock there. So this is what I do, and you can do it too. So definitely have a good long weekend, and we're going to see you next week with another video. We're going to show you some vegetables that you can grow in July that should be ready by September and or the middle of September. So stay tuned, have a good week, be safe on the long weekend, and for all you Americans, happy 4th of July.